How old were you when you got your first guitar?
15.
Yeah? Why did you want to get a guitar?
Because guitars are fucking cool, man.
Okay.
There was a Western guitar that I think one of my mother's friends had left in the house.
Like nylon strings?
Fat neck, nylon strings. It was just gross. That was
like it was flamenco then.
It was like a flamenco
right?
guitar, yeah, like nylon strings. It was super wide neck, like not conducive for playing chords.
Was it similar? Because when you see like a band in a Mexican restaurant, there's like the guy with the giant guitar.
It wasn't that big.
And then it was the next one down.
It was the size of a regular guitar like this one I have in my hand. My first guitar that I actually got, Christmas, I was 15 years old.
And it was electric?
It was an electric guitar. It was a Fender.
And you
a
wanted
Mexican Fender Strat.
All that stuff
style.
Now, like even the Dan Electro stuff, even the Dan Electro reissue stuff is worth a bunch of money.
I wish I got a Dan Electro. I wanted one when I was a kid with the lipstick.
Maybe she's born with it. Maybe it's Maybelline.
Lipstick pickups.
I was like, I should get this guitar, but I never,
So after you got your first guitar, how long before you started your first band?
Probably the Primitives.
Okay.
Before that, I would just jam with some buds. I wanted to have this buddy Rich that was into ska. We were jamming, and I was like, dude, like I think the band name should be Richie and the Abortions. I just thought it was a cool name.
Even like Motorhead wasn't called Lemmy and the Motorheads.
No. No, of course not, because that's stupid.
But like even with the name The Abortions, it's just anti-society. It's just
it's punk rock.
It's punk rock.
It's punk rock.
Yeah.
It's probably a real good punk rock word back in 1995 or 1996.
Yeah. See, I have a funny idea that all artists should not be anti-society. I have a funny idea that all artists should sell out, primarily musicians. And that's anti-punk rock, that's anti-rock and roll. Right? The whole art form is about rebellion and self-expression.
Well, as a 40-year-old man, I would definitely sell out.
Okay. Yeah, and that's the wisdom of age. But I think that those dudes who wrote all those Led Zeppelin riffs, if they ever had the option to sell out, then like if you don't sell out, somebody's going to pick up on what you're going to do or what you're doing. I think it's going to permeate through culture, and then eventually your very original idea is going to get copied no matter what.
Because somebody's going to hear it.
I think this like goes for all art to a certain extent. Like if you come up with a unique way of like doing paintings or something like that, it's not terribly hard to emulate Banksy's style.
No, it's not.
Right? So he came up with simple images, kind of like cute slogans, and then, but even him, anti-corporate. I think everybody should be corporate, especially artists.
Especially artists?
Yeah. Right?
All right.
Now, I guess if you're an established musician, then you have like a choice to make. I think if you don't sell out, especially now with the way the internet works, first off, there's the myth that like there's agents at shows who are like, these guys are hot. These guys are the new Nirvana, which have you been in the music business for 20 years. Have you ever had an agent at a show?
An agent? No way.
As you can see, we've had our eye on you for some time now, Mr. Anderson.
But let's say that there is, right?
Okay.
Let's say somebody...
So I'm putting myself in the situation.
It's Friday night.
How old am I?
25 years old.
I'm 25-year-old Mike Caputo.
You're 25 years old. You're looking at either taking up a career to support a family or like following a dream and hoping that supports a family. But you're also, you have outrage. You're playing punk rock. You're anti-society.
I'm pissed off, man.
Yeah. So I come up after the show. I'm like, that was great. You guys are great. We're going to have to change the name and we're going to have to work on some of the lyrics, but I like the sound and I like most of the look. I would like you to wear tighter jeans, and we're going to have to get rid of the bass player because he is not photogenic. But after we do all those things...
But he's really good. He's the best musician in the band.
I'm not saying you're wrong. I'm not saying you're wrong. I am saying that he might not have the mass appeal that you need. We can get you a guy who can sing backups, and he will be better than your guy.
And he'll look good in tight pants.
And he will look good in tight pants, and I assure you that you will like him eventually.
Eventually.
Yes, I
Like
promise
he's a
you.
decent guy.
Dude,
He's not like a total.
I'm here with a record contract.
Am I really good friends with the bass player?
Look,
He's-
if you are really, I'm going to just say, if you are really good friends, he'll understand.
He's an understanding friend. Oh, they're the best.
So, like, that's the scenario you're presented with. I think the punk rock ethos is like, no, buddy, you get out. I'm fucking friends. We're going to fucking make it on our own. Fuck you. And I argue that all artists should just be like, yes, right now. Okay.
Definitely not doing it at 25.
Exactly.
Yeah, I'm definitely not doing it.
And I think that's a huge problem. Because,
probably is a huge problem.
yeah, if you were to do it, right, then you can eventually, hopefully, you know, live.
Get back and do my own thing.
Well, yeah, you could get back and do your own thing, or you can have 60% of the idea, your dream, right?
60% of it is then mine.
But if you're like, no, fuck you, they can go back and go, well, there's this new sound happening, and there's this new way of doing it, and like they can recreate a band. So you cut off your nose to spite your face. You go, no, man, we're fucking punk rock. It's basements, dive bars, and fucking that's it.
At 25 years old, I definitely
Definitely would have said that.
Yeah, I definitely
You know
would
what
have said
Green Day said?
Jack, I want you to draw me like one of your French girls.
Let's do it.
And that's why people know the name Green Day, and people do not know Richie and the Abortions or the Primitives.
Or Void Control.
Or Void Control.
Or After the Burn.
Or After the Burn. Or
Sine Waves.
Or Sine Wave.